Your
The
judgment
WTO
appears
and Order are
impaired.
actually two branches of the same organization?
Precisely. We could never leave humanity as one monolithic force, at least not initially. The Illuminati have always worked in secret, and the WTO and Order are just two of our present facades.
But people dedicate their lives to these causes, and it turns out they're just your pawns?
Not at all. We are humankind's servants, not their puppeteers. We knew that human society could not respond to a single voice, so we engineered these organizations. With these fronts, we can optimally lead civilization toward a bright future.
Poor
Simon really
choice.
is a Templar?
Unfortunately, yes. He has taken the Order's respect for nature and warped it into fanaticism. His quest for purity is just a euphemism for the extermination of modified individuals.
Surely the Illuminati can deal with a few crackpots.
Don't underestimate the Templars. Saman has amassed a great deal of support and resources for his cause.
You
When were
continue
you
to
planning
ignore
on
my
telling the public
directives.
about the
There will be
WTO and Order
consequences.
connections?
When the time is right. Right now, the general populace simply isn't ready for this kind of information. At this stage, we're only telling select individuals in the higher echelons of each organization.
Then why are you confiding this in me?
Because you're an extraordinary creation, Alex. We've been watching your progress for a long time, waiting for this moment. We work
You
in
are
secret
about
only
to
because
cross. Report to Mr. Junier.
Nothing to see here.
The commander can answer your questions.
Your followers haven't expelled you yet?
Word is leaking out that Her Holiness and I have been secretly working together. I think we can spin that into diplomatic ties.
or private negotiations. How does that sound, darling?
No need for people to have the perception that we started these organizations for some other purpose.
Unless somebody tells them.
I could tell them myself. They would think it was the same old story. The Illuminati secretly controlling the world. Who? Some might believe it, but everybody else would laugh in my face.
People want to believe certain things about their leaders. That's always been our key to power.
You said you had a map of the Templar compound.
Yes, of course. Here you are. Find the sequencing module. Go through the gateway to JC's sanctuary. We have our own interest in protecting JC Denton from the Templars.
I would think that you and Apostle Corps would be bitter enemies.
We are, but first the clam must give up its pearl. Good luck, Special Agent Denton. We will call on you when the time comes. In case you need a pilot to take you to the compound, the Nine Worlds Tavern is a good place to hire one.
So how does it feel? Your life's work is a phony conflict between business and idealism in the minds of billions of people.
No society is without this conflict. Our intention is to develop both principles and then integrate them into an open, secular society.
One puppeted by the Illuminati.
Our work has always done more good than harm. The collapse would have been far more devastating if Chad and I hadn't served the memory of my mother and of my family's history by rebuilding the Illuminati organization, which was nearly destroyed by MJ-12.
There was a time when we were the rebels. The older generation had failed us in so many ways. But now we see that the flaw was in their methods, not their intentions.
Their intention to disguise tyranny with so-called free institutions.
The average citizen in a society of billions is never free, whether because of tyranny or simply because of the contrast between his small size and the size of the government.
We plan to give people a sense of freedom and a prosperous world. In practical, historical terms, that's about as good as it gets.
Be there for us, Alex. The critical time is approaching. The old order is generally recognized.
How is it going?
Well, you again.
I can tell you what happened to your lawsuit.
You can?
Pequods and Queequegs are owned by the same people. It's one company. I saw the proof in the SSC evidence room.
I don't understand.
You're suing your own company, and the owners don't want the truth to come out in court.
You mean all of this, my business, the competition with Pequods, it's all some sort of fabrication?
Well, it's not unusual for a company to promote more than one brand of a product.
Unbelievable. They've deceived millions, hundreds of millions of people. We can't let them get away with this. Thank you. You saved me the hassle of hiring any more lawyers. I hope you'll accept a small reward.
I suggest you report this to the media. Force the parent company to come clean.
I'll do it. They think they can trick me into serving their illegal scheme? The answer is no, my friend. The answer is no.
Good luck.
No wonder they fix prices at headquarters. They have a world like us.
Hi, I'm NG Resonance. What would you like to talk about, Alex?
The Order and WTO are both puppets of the Illuminati.
Don't tell me you're one of those paranoid secret society types.
I'm telling the truth.
I can't believe you let someone lead you on like this. Who was it? I'll straighten them out for you.
I found out on my own.
You're scaring me, Alex. Be careful what you go around telling people. You might get yourself in trouble. Accusations of corruption are a super...
Umar moved into Trier a few months ago. I knew I had to adapt or get out of town.
How is it going?
Well, you again.
The Nine Worlds is a no-weapon zone, strictly...
So no, I'm not letting you shut them down.
Then you won't be getting in.
I found Her Holiness. Turns out she's Nicolette Duclare, an Illuminatus.
Of course she is. That was my precise purpose in sending you to save her, so that you would believe me when I say that we face a great danger. The Illuminati have been very successful at reshaping the post-collapse world. Control of our technology would allow them to create a hand-picked ruling elite.
How can they simultaneously support the ideals of the Order and the commercialism of the WTO?
The Illuminati have always sought just one thing: centralization. Centralization of wealth, power, and ideology. The implementation details are unimportant.
So they centralize wealth with the WTO and ideology with the Order. What about power?
That they hope to get from us. Work with our charming co-conspirators just a little while longer. When you have the sequencing module for the gate, you'll be free to contact JC on your own.
My chopper is ready when you are.
I need someone to take me to the Rauchstadt neighborhood.
As you wish. I will meet you on the rooftop next to the tavern. Very interesting source of information. I will help you to recover the component for the teleportation device.
More decryptions of my communications?
I'm your friend, Alex. The more I know, the better I can protect you.
Just get me to the Rauchstadt, and try not to draw too much attention.
Business is business.
Let's go.
As you wish.
Blessed be.
Something wrong?
Demons, catch me!
Sorry, never mind.
First, they run me out of the Lord's house, then they chase me out of the tunnels.
You used to live at the cathedral?
I was the last believer. Then the cultists moved in. I went back once, through the basement tunnels. That's how I saw the ritual.
A secret entrance to the cathedral?
It was for utilities. Then the canal dried up and you could get in from outside. One of these times, I'm gonna set a fire.
Records show that empty wastewater canal.
Is that you?
Perhaps the I've been investigating the situation myself due to occurrences of my passengers' communications.